In 1894, doctors documented a girl who simply stopped sleeping. Not for one night, not for two, but for weeks, then months, and according to witnesses, possibly years. No pills, no stimulants, no breakdown, no madness. She just stayed awake, calm, alert, watching the world while everyone else surrendered to sleep. Her name was Paul Kern, and after a single gunshot wound to the head, her life turned into one of the strangest medical mysteries in human history. The story begins in Hungary. Paul was an ordinary young woman living a quiet life until a bullet struck her skull during a violent incident. She survived, but something inside her brain changed forever. The wound healed, her body recovered, but her sleep disappeared. At first, her family thought it was just trauma. People sometimes struggle to sleep after injuries, but one night passed, then another, then a week. Paul never closed her eyes. She didn't feel tired. She didn't yawn. She didn't collapse. She simply remained awake, speaking normally, eating normally, behaving like nothing was wrong. Doctors were called in. They expected severe exhaustion, confusion, hallucinations. Instead, they found a calm, composed girl who answered every question perfectly. Her pulse was normal. Her memory was sharp. Her thinking was clear. There was no sign of fatigue. So they observed her. Day after day, Paul remained awake. Nurses watched her through the night. She would sit quietly, read, or talk. Sometimes she would lie down, but she never actually slept. Her eyes stayed open. Her mind remained active. She claimed she felt completely fine. After 2 weeks, the doctors became alarmed. The human body cannot function without sleep. Even severe insomnia eventually forces the brain to shut down. But Paul showed none of the expected symptoms. No trembling, no confusion, no emotional breakdown. Then came the most disturbing part. Months passed. Paul was still awake. She reportedly told doctors she no longer felt the need to sleep at all. Instead of fatigue, she described a strange calmness, as if her mind had permanently switched into a different state. Some observers said she occasionally rested quietly with her eyes closed, but tests suggested she never entered real sleep. Medical experts were baffled. One theory suggested the bullet damaged a part of her brain responsible for sleep regulation. Another suggested she may have entered a permanent half-awake state, where her brain rested in microseconds without full sleep. But none of these explanations fully made sense. Because normally, sleep deprivation causes hallucinations within days. People lose touch with reality. Their bodies shut down. Organs begin to fail. Yet Paul continued living normally. Some doctors even feared she had become something medically impossible, a human who no longer required sleep. Reports claim she lived like this for years, always awake, always calm, watching others drift into dreams while she remained trapped in endless consciousness. But the deeper question terrified scientists. If sleep is essential for survival, how was she still alive? Did her brain rewire itself? Was she entering micro-sleeps without anyone noticing? Or did the injury unlock something we still don't understand? To this day, her case remains controversial. Some believe it was exaggerated. Others insist it was real and documented. But one thing is certain. Multiple witnesses, doctors, and records described a girl who defied one of the most basic human needs. Because every night across the world, billions of people surrender to sleep. Our minds shut down. Our bodies repair, our dreams take over, but somewhere in history there may have been one girl who never slept again. Imagine staying awake tonight, then tomorrow, then next week, your thoughts never fading, your mind never resting, the silence of the night becoming permanent. Would you stay sane or slowly lose yourself? And the most chilling question of all, what if she wasn't the only one? Subscribe now, because the next story might be even more unbelievable.